Okay, so I thought that since now that I did my intro and you guys know a little bit about me, if you want, ask me some questions, I'll answer. Just nothing too bad. So, I want to talk about friends. I've had this um, great luck with friends, and not everybody's too lucky. I've had friends my whole life, people I've grown up with, and like torn myself apart over and cried over and everything. Friends aren't the kind of people that you can just be friends with in your best hours, because it's easy to be with people when things are great and they're smiling, but when they're crying and they need you, that's when you know somebody's a friend. Like when you go on AIM and you IM somebody and say, hey, what's up? And you don't really want to know what's up. You just want to tell them about how upset you are about something that happened at school, or something that happened with a boy or a girl or a teacher or a parent, and you just need them to be there for you, and you think they're your friend, but they're just like, oh, okay, or they don't even respond. You know, I always hear people talking about that in the halls, and I've had that happen to me. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen. So maybe I'm asking you guys to listen to me here. Just some thoughts, something to think about, or wonder if you think about, something to be honest. Not a lot of people like to be genuinely honest anymore, and if that's what you want to do, okay. But have you ever wondered if things are real? If everything, your first crush, your first kiss, your first love, if those things matter to you, how the other person might feel, or how it what it really is, because you can romanticize things very easily and make them seem as if they are way better than they are. For instance, there's this one person who I am very close friends with, who I used to like, and just little things just seemed like such a huge deal. Like a little smile, a silent smile. It was this tiny, private kind of happiness that like filled every part of me. Like from from cheek from side to side, I was just smiling, and people just people don't do that anymore. And sometimes things get too hectic and caught up and form spring. Do you guys have a Facebook? Do you have a form spring? Like, some people, they're so brutal. And you'd think now in society, people would be more accepting of things like sexuality. And some of my best friends are either gay, bisexual, or lesbians, and I don't care. You know, I grew up with these kids. I played catch with them, and I cried on them when I fell rollerblading, or I played hide and seek with them, and we watched horror movies when our parents told us not to. These are my best friends. Like, that shouldn't matter. And all these people are turning on people and being rude to them because they changed their because they finally admitted that they have a different sexuality than you. Like, imagine being them. You know, how scared do you think you'd be? I remember when my best friend, since I was maybe in kindergarten, told me that she was bisexual, and I said, you're gonna take a lot of crap from some people, but I really love you, and I don't care. You know? It's not a matter of, oh, she's bi, so she's gonna hit on me in the locker room, I don't want to be friends with her. No. That's just like being friends with a boy. You're not gonna go hit on every guy you see. I know I don't. I have tons of guy friends. It doesn't mean I want to be with all of them, or any of them. My guy friends are kind of weird. um, I just, I think it's really important that you give people a chance. That's something that doesn't happen anymore. People are so dependent on clicks, and something that makes my school beautiful is that not a lot of people care about the clicks. Like, there's still the clicks, but it's everybody talks to other people outside of them. And my school as a lot of other schools in America are really diverse. But I think that if we could just try to be a little more open-minded, things could be a little better for some people, and that you shouldn't be so hard on them because you really don't know what they're going through. They're scared of all these things that they've been told that they can't do and that they've been told that are wrong, and they just need you to be their friend. They need you more than ever, and if you're gonna walk out on them, then you're only their friend when things are good, and that's not what friends are. They really need you then. In their time of weakness, in yours, you're gonna need them. You ever go through a day of school and feel like you're gonna cry? You feel so hurt, and you wonder, if I cry right now, is it gonna matter? Are people just gonna look but not say anything? Or is anybody gonna ask me what's wrong or try and help me, make me feel better? Is it gonna matter to anybody? Sorry, guys, I gotta check this. So, you ever wonder if maybe doing something, that kind of kindness to somebody else, maybe you'll get it back? I know my childhood wasn't perfect, but, they say you get what you give, and you never know. Sometimes, I know in Israel it's considered a mitzvah, I think, when you do something nice for a stranger. And you never know what could happen if you do that. You need to really think about the kind of person you think you are and the kind of person you really are. And think about the kind of person you want to be and the kind of person you've become. Because one day you're going to need somebody to be that kind of person for you. And if you're mean, if you're cruel and you're hurtful, they're not going to be around. And it's sad. But it happens to a lot of people. I think it's happened to me a few times with some people. You ever meet somebody and just think this person is so cool and we're going to be friends forever? You ever get like that? You just meet somebody and you just sort of semi-fall in love with them. J.D. Salinger said that in The Catcher in the Rye. Holden was talking about how he half falls in love with people. You ever get like that? Because I do. I meet somebody and I get excited to know this new person, and it's so different, just outside of my comfort zone, and they just have all these different outlooks on life that it makes me think about just who I think it is and who I want to be, and I fall in love with their personality and how different they are from me, and I just fall in love with the fact that I'm not them, and it makes me think about the good things about myself and the great things that I could do and the great in people. Do you ever just look at somebody and know, wow, they're gonna do great things, or wow, they're really going nowhere? You ever wonder that? It's just one of those things that you just can't help. You can see somebody and see how talented they are and how much potential they have, but they don't let people see it, and it's there. It makes them beautiful and special, and what makes them feel special, and you just want to make them know that their art matters and that their thoughts matter, and know that everything matters, that they're beautiful, and that you're not perfect and that they're not perfect. But life's not perfect. Life's about being you, not about being someone else.